So today is a little special day, simply because I'm working on a project. My dogs, and my cat are fighting, as you can see. I try to lock them in a room, but they just keep continuing fighting. Anyway, we gotta ignore that. So I got a whole bunch of pile of clothes here. So it is the day of fruits, the first fruits of the spirit, and actually, it's I'm a little behind, but I bought all of this with my money. I made the design, I did everything, and I want to give it all to my church. I want to give it all to the kids. I want them to be part of something that I built, and I don't know. I love them very much, and I just want to share something that's mine and something that I made, and I put thought and into everything, into the design, into the clothing, and I just really want them to be a part of it. So I do want to show you a little bit of it. So as you see here, everything here I made, so it's pretty cool. Just gonna put that camera right there. So it's glittery right now because I have to heat it again. So I press heat it. You have to preheat it twice. Press heat twice, basically. I already have my designs here. I'll show you what I did. So this is gonna be the back, and I already have everything set. I didn't show this part because I kept messing up. I'm gonna show you why. So if I have like a little one example. So this is how it came out. It came out really bad. Yeah. So I was having a lot of trouble with that. So I wanna show you guys what it's gonna look like. So I got the back and I got the front. This is gonna be embroidery. This is gonna be just a graphic design, graphic tee. So it's gonna be heat press. So it's gonna be really cool. And I already have all the shirts compiled here, and I have a list of names. I'm going to do two things. I'm going to be giving the general, like the youth group, that design, and then I'm going to make a whole separate design. I kind of wish I put it in black. I didn't have time to put it in black, but it is what it is. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to add another design. So okay, now I have my list. My list. So right now I need to do smalls first. So I have one already. I have to do two more. So we're gonna deal with that first. So let's see what we got. And I'm gonna show you exactly how I heat press, and how you should heat press too in general. So I already got my tee here. You always want to Oh, I didn't even tell you this. So every time you heat press either design on the B sheet. It's a B sheet. I don't know if I have an example. Guys, you guys, go over there. Look what you guys are doing. You guys are dropping everything on the floor. Gosh, man. You guys are dirtying everything. Stop. Go over there. Leave. Shoo. All right. What else? Okay, so I'm gonna show you what I mean. So this here, I don't know that camera. Right here, and this here. So this is the A sheet, this is the B sheet. So as you can see, it's not the same size. I do have another one the same size as this, and I have another one the same size as that. It's just that right now it's these two that I have on me. So this is the B sheet. So just think of this as the paint. Think of this as the coat. And this here is gonna be the printed design. So you have a printer, you have a, what's the name for it? I just forget. White toner printer. So you print your design on this, you slap that in here, and then you heat it up. So what it will do is that this residue of this, I think it's opaque. This coat will stick on your design. Will be on this. Now here's the issue. The heat press is the only thing that you have to deal with. Everything here is easy. All the steps what I just told you easy. Now I'm gonna get to step 3, which is heating it up. So sometimes, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've been having so many trouble. Even now that I know how to use it, I still have so many errors because sometimes, depending on the design, you need either the pressure needs to be increased or the heat press needs to be more like the temperature needs to be more, the Fahrenheit basically needs to be added more, or the second. So you have 3 things you have to adjust. Sometimes you're gonna have to make a lot of mistakes to get it right, and sometimes it's a lot of money for this stuff, so it really does bother me. So going back to what I was saying, basically that is what you need to be looking at, and also the pressure here you need to be looking at. There's actually another heat press that's a lot better than this one because it actually tells you the pressure number. I don't know. I'm just going off of my eye here. So it is what it is. So when you do this, you make sure you heat it again. Heat it right now before you do anything else. Before you put on a design on the shirt or a design on the B sheet or A sheet, whatever, you always want to heat this panel first. So it's already set. Sometimes it's always good to heat press your shirt before you start anything. I think this is small. Yeah, it's small. So, because see these wrinkles here, this will affect your design. So always use these two ends and make sure they're overlapping. Like make sure they're touching here in the bottom with your thumb, and then you can eye it. And usually a new shirt comes with this little line, which is really cool because it's very helpful. You can actually have a better adjusting your design, making it level. And there you go. Now I'm gonna heat press it just one more so I can just, you know, make it flat. No wrinkles, none of that. It doesn't have to be too long, so I'm just gonna go for a little bit. And then sometimes you don't really need this. I do it anyway, but you don't need to do that. And then, there you go. So now it's flat. See? Look at that. Flat surface. That's what I want. Okay. Now I'm gonna do my design. It's pretty cool actually. I like it. Alright. Bring it here. I usually have a ruler on me, which I do right now. So I'm gonna keep it right in the center. Now I use 4 fingers. So I make sure that it's not too high, not too low. So it needs to be a little lower. There you go. Alright. Now I have my little ruler. It's a little weird ruler. It has centimeters and inches, so it's really cool. Now I'm just gonna make sure everything is leveled. I'm using these ends here. I'm using these as marks, so I make sure it's not crooked because you don't want that. Ah, damn! See, it just moved. Now I have to adjust it again. Use I forget what is this called. I think it's adhesive paper, and then it basically protects it, but it helps a lot. I'm just making stuff up. I don't know. They just tell you to use it, so follow them. I don't know. Now it's gonna boom, pull it out, set that aside. Now don't pull out the design just yet. You want to give it 5 minutes. You want to give it 5 minutes to cool down. So that's why I do all this last. I pull it out last, and then I do another heat press. So there it is. Look at that, pretty cool. I'm gonna show you when I rip it out. And you do the same thing. So I have all of these right here set. So I'm just gonna actually put them in a little box. Sorry for the mess, guys. I'm doing a whole lot of stuff. I'm trying to do embroidery as well. Hopefully I'll show you that too. But I'm also trying to do, I'm actually making a shirt. I bought the fabric, which is right there, and I cut down everything. I did my measurements like this. So I did all of that and my tracing. So all I have to do is just sew it. So it's gonna be really, really cool. So I don't know how well I'm gonna do. So. Okay, so I'm speeding up a little more of the process here because it's just basically heat pressing the same designs on the shirt and cutting them out, making sure everything looks good, and just measuring them like I did before. So yeah, this is pretty much it. Here it is. So it's cool now. I feel it. It's not that warm now. I can peel it off. So I'm gonna peel it off. I still get afraid. Because what happens is that when you peel it off, sometimes it still sticks on this paper. And it's like, because you peel it way too fast. You have to slow down. There you go. There you go. Boom. There you go. Look at that. And it's very shiny for now. You can actually leave it like that if you want to. I don't like it. So I won't do that. So what I'm going to do is heat it again. Heat press it. So you're going to see that later. But yeah, look at that. Pretty cool. Now I'm going to set this here. Hey, my dog, man. I'm stepping in you. Can you just... She wants to be here because no one's upstairs. Well, my brother is, but she don't like my brother. She likes me. Alright. I mean, she loves my brother, just that he doesn't pay attention. He's usually in his own world, so yeah, it is what it is. So she wants attention. That's what she's looking at me. I guess she wants me to only focus on her, but can't do that. It's like a little kid. I love her though. I love my pets. I have 2 dogs and 1 cat. I used to have 2 cats, but unfortunately the other one had cancer, and we had to put her down. She was like one of my favorite. I loved her so much. Also, I have a scar. It's for, so I'm always gonna have a part of her in me, I guess. Yeah, she was very feisty. She was a feisty one. It's funny because she never liked the boy one. I have 2 cats, so I have a girl and well, I used to have a girl. Now I have the boy. When he first came in, she did not like him at all. She was pissed. She was so pissed. I never saw my cat do what she did, bro. She hid in her room, my room, and then like under the bed, and he was a baby, and he was looking for her, and he would just like she was not having it. She would give him those hands, man. I felt bad because he was a baby. He can barely walk, and he would just slap him around, man. I would have to put her in another place. But I guess that's our cats alike, so.
Sorry about that. As you can see, I'm very passionate for my animals. I love them. I love them to death. So anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna show a little bit of the process here, a little montage on how I do things, how I run things. As you can see, I'm using heat press and going over the shirts and measuring them and then putting the design on top of them. And then yeah, heat pressing in them, making sure everything looks good. Just repeat the process. So it's repeating. So yeah, this is how it looks. I have about, I believe, 30 orders. So yeah, wish me luck.
Now we're gonna continue the little patch design I'm gonna do. So these are called hoops. So this is the mighty hoop, which the reason the mighty hoop is magnetic. So if I take this, it's very hard, by the way. If you just take this off, one time I put my thumb there and it clipped it really hard. Man, that hurt. See, it's gonna clip. So it's good and all, but the only issue I don't like about it is that I have to adjust the height every time I use it. Right? You see that? It's a height difference because what happened was. What happens is, see, this is adjusted to the height, and then the other hoops that I have is the same height.
Alright, Josh, I'm just gonna have to cut you right about there. I don't want to go into any further because if I do, this video will become too long. So this one is actually going to be a part 2. This one is actually going to be our embroidery. So this one is going to be my design for the first embroidery machine. So we're using the MT 1501, I believe, the embroidery machine from Ricoma, as you can see. And also, I'm going to show a little bit of the clips that I got here for what I'm using and what I'm doing, so you can see what's in store for the next part. So stay tuned for that. Okay, catch you in the next one. Bye.